What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. Headed into Illinois, make this delivery, and then I gotta haul ass to another spot in Illinois and pick up another one, deliver that one today as well. I wanted to make a video this morning about Lordstown Motors. All right, I know I've made some videos about it, and I'm pretty, for my account level, I'm pretty heavily invested in it. I've got 200 shares in the Roth, 50 shares in the long-term account, and Lordstown is a company that I believe in and that I believe is just really being beat down by this short seller report that came out from Hindenburg. So before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver driving across the country, researching and trading stocks, and I will not be held responsible for any moves you make in the stock market. Not ever. I'm not your mama. Invest at your own risk. Do your own research. Don't come crying to me. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Mash on it, like the video, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoy the content and you want to support the channel, join the Patreon. It'll be in the description below, and help support the channel. So Lordstown Motors, guys, I just was doing some more research. In 7 days from today, on the 17th, Lordstown Motors races the endurance pickup truck in the San Felipe Baja 250, which is one of the most grueling races. It's one of the most brutal tests that they could put this truck through, okay? Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I would think that this would be a good catalyst, assuming that the truck doesn't burst into flames or something crazy happen. I would assume that this is going to be a good catalyst for the stock. Now, the market has been holding down these growth stocks, and the Hindenburg short report has caused all of the skeezy ass lawyer firms to jump on board that always jump on these short reports. So you just have news story after news story of we're suing them and all their orders are fake and all of this speculation, and it has pushed the stock price way down below even where it would have been pushed down with the pullback. Okay, so in my opinion, the prices that it's trading at now are ridiculously low. Okay, a lot of people have a different opinion of them than I do. Okay, but so this San Felipe race is happening in just 7 days, and I'm going to try to find some kind of a way to actually watch the race. But I wanted to say about the whole short seller report and the fake orders and all that stuff everybody's talking about, okay? First of all, as I've said before, everybody who was paying attention to Lordstown already knew that these were all non-binding pre-orders. And I just happened across a video that I watched on a Fox News article from the 2nd of March, I believe it was, which is before the short seller report came out. Okay, and a lot of this stuff has been talking about how Burns, the CEO, had been misrepresenting the pre-orders as actual orders. Okay, and I'm not saying that he wasn't a little too cavalier in some interviews and stuff and used the wrong wording or whatever. But in this particular video that I watched, that was from March 2nd or earlier, I believe it was the Fox News guy said, you guys have 100,000 orders, and Burns corrected him straight up in the video and said, well, these are actually pre-orders, and explained that there's something that they use to gauge interest so they know how many vehicles they need to be tooled up for and ready to be able to produce. Okay, he was clear with this guy, and this was before the short report. Okay, he was clear with the guy that this is just a metric that they're using to gauge interest so they know how to tool the factory correctly. Okay, so although, like I said, he was a big cavalier in the way he spoke about it in some instances, he was, for the most part, really clear that these were pre-orders, that these are not real orders. Okay, regardless, product is innovative, okay? When you look at these other electric vehicles, they have fewer moving parts than an ICE vehicle, but they still have quite a few moving parts with the drive shafts and the gears and all of this other stuff that, you know, is going to eventually have to be maintained. The Lordstown motor truck has 4 moving parts, guys. 4 moving parts. That's kind of a big deal, and it's way different, and that's why they've gotten a lot of scrutiny over the hub motor system, because the only real moving parts in the vehicle are the wheels. The hub motors are actually in the wheels, and they're independent, creating 4-wheel drive, software controlled, so that even if like one motor goes out, it can still run on 3. If 3 motors go out, it can run on 1. So the idea itself is a new concept, and for them to be testing it in this Baja race, the San Felipe Baja 250, okay, is a big deal. It's going to be a major test of these hub motors that everybody is kind of not sure about, you know what I mean? If their goal is to finish the race, okay? They're not going to win the race. And they are most likely going to have to recharge at some point during the race, which will make them less competitive as far as, you know, the place that they finish the race in. But their goal is to go hard and to finish the race. If they're able to do that, in my mind, it's going to be a big deal for the company, okay? Like they say that somewhere around half of the vehicles that enter this race aren't even able to finish it. So if they are able to actually finish the race, I think it's going to be a big deal. And I hope that there's some PR pushed out about it. You know, I'm sure they will have some footage and stuff, but I hope that there'll be some good PR surrounding it. We'll just have to see, because the short seller report has got a lot of people bullish on the stock, and I feel like this actually is working to the advantage of the investor, because there's no question in my mind that they will start producing trucks this year. They have a 6 million square foot plant that they purchased from GM that already contained just about everything they needed to create this production line. The robots, you know, they have their own stamping, they've got everything all tooled up, and they're now kicking out beta trucks so that they can do the crash testing and be ready to drop these trucks in 6 months. There's no question in my mind that they will be kicking out trucks this year, okay? Now, if you just think about it, they're going to be the only electric pickup truck, like work truck, pickup truck, available. The only one. No question they're going to get orders. No question in my mind that people are going to buy this truck when it hits the market, okay? It's the only option for an EV pickup truck. And even the other trucks that are slated to start being produced, like, they're not a traditional pickup truck that somebody would buy for their company to, you know, run 2x4s around town and to different job sites and stuff like that. Or for the DOT, you know, the trucks that you see running around that are owned by the city or the state or whatever to these construction sites and stuff. With Biden pushing for electrification and also pushing for these new things in the infrastructure package and stuff like that to only be benefiting American companies, Lordstown Motors is the place to be, in my opinion, in this pickup truck type space. They're the only game in town. And, you know, when you look at, excluding Tesla, okay, when you look at a lot of these other companies, they don't have big robotic factories and stuff like Lordstown has. And, you know, you can look right there in their videos and stuff and see video of these robots putting together these trucks. So, you know, everybody who's saying all this stuff about them not producing vehicles, they're just detached from reality. Like, it's right there for you to see, you know. And there's incentive there. The town that they're in has traditionally been a big automaking town, and when GM closed down that plant, a lot of people lost their jobs and stuff. So there's a lot of incentive there for them to meet their goals. And, you know, I believe in it, okay? And I'm excited to see how they do in this San Felipe race, even if it doesn't necessarily prop up the stock price. And I believe that by the end of the year, that this stock will be back up in the 20s. You know, I've seen it as high as 28, and it's down trading like $11, guys. So, in my mind, and I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't have a crystal ball, and don't come crying to me if you lose money in the short term, but in my mind, this is a 2x or 3x stock over the next year. Okay, the next year. So, yeah, keep your eye out on that San Felipe 250. If you're a Lordstown supporter, see if you can watch it, or find a feed and come back to this video and post it so that other people can watch it. I think it's going to be really interesting, guys. It's coming up in 7 days, and I'm really looking forward to it. So keep your eye on Lordstown Motors, guys. I'm not your mama, but I mean, in my opinion, it's a buy right here where it's at. So invest at your own risk and make your own decisions. Join the Patreon in the description down below to support the channel, guys. And hit the subscribe button, like the video, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.